What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are talking about the Pixelbook Go and my experience using this device daily for the past 2 months. So I have the version using the Intel i5 processor, 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. And you can find this one for about $850 US or for about 1100 Canadian dollars. And that's definitely not cheap, but you can also buy a cheaper version and a more expensive version. Now, the more expensive version sounds good on paper. I mean, we have a higher resolution screen, a more powerful processor, but I feel that for a Chromebook that's just overkill, and I feel that the one that I have is the perfect one to get because it's powerful enough so you can pretty much do anything with it without any lag. So I use this Chromebook for pretty much everything that I do throughout the day. So to write emails, to upload videos, to answer comments, to watch videos, to watch Netflix, pretty much everything I do except for video editing. Now, you do have access to the Google Play Store and you can basically install any Android app on the Chromebook, but unfortunately none of those video editing apps available on Android are as good as the one that I usually use, because I usually use Final Cut Pro X. So for me, yes, I do use this Chromebook for pretty much everything I do throughout the day except for that video editing, so I technically still need two laptops. So if you are into a lot of video editing, a Chromebook may not be for you. Now, the best thing about this Chromebook is the battery life. I mean, on one charge you can usually get about 10 hours of screen on time, and that is impressive for pretty much any laptop. And this stays on all the time, like 24/7. I basically just open the lid, I put in my password, and it's always on. And it keeps going for days. I only have to charge this maybe twice a week. So the battery life on it is impressive. The 13.3 inches screen has a 1080p resolution, and this is also a touch screen, but personally I would give up the touch screen capabilities to get a higher screen resolution, because sometimes I just want to watch some videos at a higher resolution, and like this you can't, you have to watch videos in 1080p. Now, at least the screen gets bright enough so you can use it in most situations. So you can even use it outside if the sun is not pointing directly towards the screen. So the screen gets bright enough. Now, since we're talking about the screen, let's take a quick break and hear from today's video sponsor. Today's video was brought to you by the 15.6-inch Lipa portable monitor. You can use this monitor as the second screen for your computer or laptop, or the main screen depending on your setup. You can use this monitor with your camera, you can use it with your smartphone, or basically any device. So to give you an example, if I'm connecting this to my Huawei P30 Pro, I can use the USB-C port, but if I'm using this with a mini PC, then I can use the HDMI port on it. This monitor has an IPS panel that has a 1080p resolution, and we also have two speakers, one on the left and one on the right. Now, if you want to find out more information about this monitor, there will be a link in the video's description. And with that being said, let's go back to our Pixelbook Go. The Pixelbook Go is also extremely portable, so this only weighs 2.4 pounds, and that's about 1 kilo. So it's very easy to take you to do anywhere. You can put it in your backpack, then you're not gonna feel it. And the body is made out of magnesium, and after using this for about 2 months, I don't have any scratches or dings or anything like that on the front or on the bottom, which is definitely a good thing. Now, the bottom is made out of this wavy texture, I'm gonna say. I'm not even sure how to call it. And I believe this also acts as a heatsink, because the computer doesn't seem to get hot no matter what you do on it. And aside from that, it makes it very grippy, so whenever you're holding it in one hand, it's not gonna slip out of your hand. Not to mention that we have some rubber legs at the bottom there, so if you leave this on a desk, it's not gonna move around. So overall, it's very well built. We also have two USB-C ports, one on each side, and you can charge the laptop on either side. And of course, we have a 3.5mm audio jack on the left-hand side, and that's great mostly if you want to connect some wired headphones. Me personally, I've been using Bluetooth headphones and they work fine. Of course, you can use any of those USB-C ports with a USB dongle, so if you need to connect like a card reader or an external drive or anything like that, it can be done. As I mentioned earlier, you have access to the Google Play Store, and you can basically install anything from the Google Play Store. So you can install games, but keep in mind that playing some games on it's not ideal, because most games aren't exactly designed for a laptop. So yes, you can play pretty much any game in the Google Play Store, but some of them may be a bit challenging to play. But performance-wise, you shouldn't have any issues playing any game. The keyboard on it is one of the best keyboards that I've tried on any laptop. The keys are very smooth and they have great travel, not to mention that they are extremely quiet. So if you're using this at night when you're sitting in bed or something like that, the keyboard doesn't make that much noise. Now, the trackpad is big enough and it's comfortable enough to hold your hand on it. However, when you click on it, so when you press on it, it does make a fairly loud noise. So very, very loud click. You can avoid that by just tapping on it, and I guess it just takes a bit of time to get used to it, but keep that in mind if you're using this in bed. Not to mention that the keyboard also lights up, so if you're using it at night, that's also helpful. There are also two speakers, one on the left and one on the right hand side of the keyboard. Then I was pleasantly surprised to hear these speakers because the laptop is kind of slim, so I wasn't expecting that much. But yes, the speakers do sound really good. They get super loud, they have a lot of bass, so very nice speakers overall. Once again, some of the best speakers that I've heard on any laptop. Performance-wise, it doesn't matter how many tabs you have open or what apps you have open. I haven't noticed this slowing down at all. So no matter what you're gonna do with it, it's gonna be fast. And in a way, it's faster than a Windows computer because it's always on. You don't have to charge it as often, so you just have to open the lid and put in your password, and you're in already, and you don't have to wait. If you let a Windows computer sit for like days, well, the battery will drain faster on those. So performance-wise, this is great. I haven't really found anything that will slow it down. Now, for $850 US or 1100 Canadian dollars, it's gonna be kind of tough to sell this Chromebook over a Windows computer that can probably even get better specs. And realistically, you can do more with a Windows computer. Well, I guess it depends what you do with a computer, because if you're just checking your email, if you're just watching YouTube videos and stuff like that, this will do fine, but you can probably find something cheaper, like a cheaper Chromebook that can do the same. So it's gonna be difficult to justify the price for this. Personally, I use it and I absolutely love it, but at the same time I haven't paid for it because Google sent this as a review unit. So if I would have had to buy this myself, I'm not sure if I would have actually spent the money on this, or I would have just bought a Windows computer or a MacBook. So yes, I do love this Pixelbook Go. It does everything that I want it to do, but it is fairly expensive, so it's gonna be hard to justify that price. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, don't forget to press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.